In what is yet another example of Donald Trump's dementia brain, he just demanded military deployments to protect a shopping center that does not exist. Yeah, I'm not making it up either, okay? I mean, come on. The Miracle Mile Shopping Center, located in Chicago, which Trump claims was once considered our nation's best, is not a real thing. It doesn't actually exist. But of course, if it did, well, then it wouldn't matter because Chicago's crime statistics prove that Donald Trump is completely full of crap. So let's break it down. Because Trump went over to Truth Social and posted this here, the Miracle Mile Shopping Center in Chicago. Yeah, 28% vacancy factor. Call in the troops fast before it's too late. Okay, this is peak Trump derangement, okay? He claims that it had the more than 28% vacancy and is ready to call it quits unless something is done about the murder and crime. There are a few problems with this whole thing. First, as I have mentioned before, there is no Miracle Mile Shopping Center in Chicago. The Miracle Mile is a stretch of Michigan Avenue, which is the actual shopping district, but Trump, in his infinite dumbassery, created a fictional shopping center and then is declaring that we need to send the troops in. Now there's a second problem, okay? Even if this did exist, Trump's entire premise is based on a bullshit lie. Okay, Chicago's violent crime rate is actually down 22% year over year. Robberies down 32%. Carjackings down 49%. Murders this summer, lowest in 60 years. So Donald Trump is demanding troops for a place that does not exist to solve a problem that also doesn't exist, using statistics that are wrong. Non-existent, basically. And look, this isn't Donald Trump just being Trump. Of course, that's part of it. No, it follows a clear pattern of him manufacturing crises in order to justify his authoritarian responses. Trump's been pushing this whole American cities are war zones narrative for quite some time now, despite every metric showing crime is actually decreasing in most major metropolitan areas. The real agenda here isn't about public safety at all. It's about normalizing military intervention in domestic affairs. Trump wants Americans to accept that federal troops can be deployed anywhere, anytime, based on nothing more than his feelings. Okay? No courts, no local input, no actual evidence required. Just forget about the evidence, guys. And notice how he frames it as, calling the troops fast before it's too late. That creates urgency, artificial urgency, suggesting imminent catastrophe, all to try to justify an extreme response to a fake problem. Unsurprising, right? Fortunately, Chicago's leadership is not playing along with this. You have Mayor Brandon Johnson and Governor J.B. Pritzker, both rejecting these federal overreach attempts, okay? And they're absolutely correct in doing so. Chicago's crime reduction didn't happen by accident, didn't happen because of Donald Trump. This is the result of course, targeted community policing, an investment in social services, and, of course, evidence-based public safety strategies. The real miracle on Chicago's Miracle Mile isn't some, fictional shopping center. It's how local leaders have actually managed to reduce violence while fighting against Trump's federal interference and right-wing fear-mongering. Chicago's approach is working, even as Trump tries to tear it down with lies and bullshit. But here's what should terrify everyone about this, okay? Look, Trump's not just lying about Chicago, right? He is testing how far he can push authoritarian narratives before facing consequences. If Americans can accept that he is able to deploy troops to fictional shopping centers, then what's next? I mean, we've already had deployments in many places throughout the country. But this is how authoritarianism works, okay? Starts with absurd stuff, absurd claims, but each acceptance makes the next more extreme claim seem reasonable. Trump is conditioning the American people to accept military intervention in domestic affairs based on nothing more than his whims. Not actual data, not actual legal processes. The fact that this story is not getting more attention It's exactly how these things escalate. When we normalize presidential lies about public safety, we normalize the authoritarian responses that follow. The real threat to American cities isn't the crime statistics that Donald Trump and the right wing invent. It's leaders who think military force is a solution to every political problem. Chicago does not need troops in the streets. It actually needs federal support for the programs that do work. Trump's fictional shopping center demand shows exactly why we need to be more vigilant about his authoritarian tendencies. When leaders start declaring martial law over places that don't exist, well, then we've entered some pretty dangerous territory, and we're already here. Okay? The solution is not more military, not sending the troops. Accountability for leaders who lie about public safety in order to justify doing authoritarianism. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.